Okay, so this is 12.3. We're going to be writing equations from tables. And your objective is to be able to use an equation to show relationships between two variables and also to write equations from tables. With, again, 80% accuracy given your practice problems. So how do we write an equation based on a table? So we have two situations here. So let's start with the first one. So we have this right here. The first step is you're going to compare the x to the y to find a pattern. Again, what are you doing to the x to get it here? Okay, that's all you need to do every time. Okay, so on this one right here, what pattern do I see? What am I doing? Am I adding? No, because it should be bigger if I was adding. So no addition. Am I subtracting? Okay, let's pretend that I'm subtracting. So how do I go from, for instance, from 1 to half, that I subtracted 1/2, but then from 2 to 1, I subtracted 1, so that doesn't follow the pattern, right? What about dividing? Dividing can probably work. If I divide 1 by 2, I get half. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 divided by 2 is 1/2, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2. 5 divided by 2 is that. Okay, so that one works. So then I can say this one, I can say that I'm dividing x by 2. Okay, the other way to think about it is, what about multiplying? Dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1/2. Okay, so then I can also say that if I take 1 and I multiply by 1/2, I put a 1 under the 1, and then I go straight across and I get 1/2. Okay, and 1/2 is basically half. 0.5, 5/10. Okay, so then that's the pattern that I find. Either I'm dividing by 2, right? So divide by 2, or I'm multiplying by 1/2. Okay, so that is that. Now, how do I write my equation? You have to have y equals something in regards to x. Okay, so you always have to start with y. So I already found my pattern. So what am I doing to the x? I'm dividing it by 2. So maybe you're tempted to write it this way. And that's not wrong, but we write as a fraction now. So just use this. So y equals x over 2. Or, right, we can also even say y equals 1/2 times x. Okay? Or another way to write it is doing what's half in decimal terms? 5/10 x. Okay? These two are the preferred ways for you to write it. This is not wrong, but once we get to the graphing, some of you might have more trouble understanding this one than this other two when we talk about slope in 7th and 8th grade. Okay? Let's go ahead and do this one right here. So now right there, what am I doing to the x to get it to y? Okay, now I see that from x to y, the numbers are increasing, so maybe it could be addition, no subtraction for sure. Okay, that one is no, because it's getting bigger. Division, no, division won't work either because the numbers start now getting smaller. So either multiplication or addition. So let's see. Is the number multiplied 2 times to get to 5? That's 2.5. But let's look over here. If that was multiplied by 2.5, then it will be 25 there. So this doesn't work. It's going to be addition, okay? So what am I adding to the x to get it to y? 2 to get to y, that would be 5, that would be 3. Is it true for each one of them? 4 plus 3 is 7, yes. 6 plus 3 equals 9, yes. 8 plus 3 equals 11, yes. And 10 plus 3 equals 13, correct. Okay, so I'm adding 3 every time. So how do I write my pattern? I took my x and I added 3 to it. And that will be my equation for that one. Okay, let me go ahead and give you a few to do. Okay, so find the pattern of what is happening from here to here. Are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing to the x to get it to y? And what is the value? And then give me the equation for that. Okay, this one, what am I doing to the x to get it to y in each one of those? Okay, so what's the pattern? We adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing to the x to get it to y. And what value? And then give me the equation for that. Okay? Remember, you are extremely intelligent. Don't give up. Keep on going. We're almost there. God bless you. Bye-bye.